Thank you, Sophie. That's right. We're here for the opening match of the day. And, well, we've got one side, Polaris, have kind of kept things simple. You've got 3 frontliners and a drow, like a pretty straightforward lineup. Meanwhile, Army Geniuses, Avery, a little bit more interesting of a draft, I would say. Plenty of initiation. Which one are you favoring?
I feel like on paper, this AG draft looks pretty well-rounded. You don't really have any holes in it. You have your Aura offlane buyer and Doom, who's reliably going to get there. You have your Puck SF cores, are going to give you a huge amount of hybrid scale throughout the game. The lanes are pretty strong. Tiny gives you the displacement. I don't really have any issues with the draft. I do think Drow is a problem for them. If the Centaur can maintain the gap and this Drow gets really farmed, this Drow SF matchup becomes really tough in the late game, I think. Unless you can just jump and burst him. But I think, as we've seen in a lot of these games, once it gets to that point, you get the force down. Because this Puck can deal with Pango in the mid game, but I do feel like Pango is incredibly strong right now. And it's honestly not the worst Pango game if he gets off to a good start.
Dyer's corner.
Dude, the phrases, man. The phrases are just, honestly, they gotta tune that down a little bit. This the triple raise start is just too intense because it's not a triple raise, it's like quadruple or quintuple raise because of the movement speed reduction. I don't know why I forgot about it. What's the point of it starting at 12% and then going up by 1% per level? What kind of scaling is that?
Hey, I always voted the nerf this back, but you know, people stop picking SF, so it looks reasonable, but it's still pretty goddamn broken.
I mean, you want to talk about heroes that have armor. Centaur is a hero that does not have any armor. For whatever reason, this tanky, quote-unquote, tanky hero is one of the squishiest strength heroes, just straight up physical damage. But it looks like in lane, maybe they can get the kill onto In Your Dream. They boxed him in and should be able to finish him off with another round of the double edge. So a good little turnaround there from Polaris after a rough start.
I don't think you should die there, but you definitely take that. The one way you can make the Centaur hero work is if you have a really good first 10 minutes. Dominate the lane, you absolutely free farm. You take tower with Vanguard. I feel like this is the game flow we used to see from these offlane Centaurs when it was really strong. When he had an active retaliate. I mean, you gotta remember that. This hero used to have another spell.
DB Doom and the Hoodwink. Jokum got a really good bushwhack, but In Your Dream is also pretty healthy, so it's going to be pretty tough for Boomy Bocarino. Nice toss back. Oh, behind the SF. Managed to hit a 2-man avalanche. Unfortunately, telekinesis kind of put In Your Dream out of position there. Meanwhile, they traded out in the bottom lane. Bocarino still going for this kill, though. Does hit the stomp, and In Your Dream, it might be able to. No, In Your Dream's not going to be able to chase for more. So, damn, they got both the kills at bottom lane, huh?
Yeah, just Jokum DB offlane, putting in more work. Hammered bottom. Slowly but surely through this tree and armor, getting absorbed into the Doom. And he's going Midas too, so
he's going Midas,
why not?
And Hammer. Oh my god, the double grief.
But then does the double grief cancel itself out?
I don't think so, but toss back with the coil, snaps it. Pretty nice by Barries, and that's going to be a combo. They're going to have to worry about the entire game, but here's a nasty combo. It's just Pango straight up.
Double kill!
Oh, he died! Marksmanship, he didn't jump to the orb in time, and that last shot was a marksmanship shot.
There, son. I mean, it'll probably pay out if the game doesn't get super accelerated.
Oh, stolen coil, put over to the puck. Back. Now he's going to be able to use this Stampede. Gets a little bit of extra damage there, missing the swashbuckle, and the puck is able to jump away. Aries, okay, raindrop. The hammer protect here now. The hammer man is coming, but the swashbuckle away. Manages to dodge the Doom. Oh, he's still alive on a sliver of HP there, but managed to find a haste rune, so he may still come back and play a little bit more. Jokum hiding away into a little spot that I didn't even know was there. It's a curious little area to be able to hide out in. DB.
I don't think he's going to get anything off of it. Pretty sad.
I feel like they use the guaranteed kill combo on the one hero that is not a guaranteed kill. You know? Like, if they found Mac with that, big kill. Like, worth using 2 ultimates for. Why would you enable Centaur as a hero by going on him? The hero doesn't do anything. Just let him exist.
They felt like Treant wasn't there with Overgrowth. Maybe he just dies.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't be ganking Centaur either. I don't think it does much in the game. Whatever. He's just going to buy auras and exist anyway. They're itemizing pretty greedily between the Shard and the Aether Lens, trying to get on Yahweh top, but he will play. At the same time, second smoke move going in. This was not right at all by AG. They're going to get the big reward for it.
Yep, they are. And your dream is going to fall. Now there is DB on the other side of things here. Who does he want to use the Doom on? Surely it's got to be Mag, but he might not be able to catch it. The toss over to the side. He tosses the Doom on top, but a stomp comes in from Bo3. A beautiful play. Almost finished off Ari. Slips away on just a sliver of HP. But ultimately, I think they're good with this. Two-man coil, chill out. Ultimately, AG have just lost another fight.
Pipe's just way too strong right here. They don't have any extra damage if Shadow Fiend's not joining those fights. It's just all nukes and you're just sitting there healing up. What are you gonna do about it? Pretty much nothing. Even early shard on Pango here for some roll up. They are having an initiation problem on AG in it. Just, I don't know, maybe they itemized too greedily.
They dug too deep.
It does feel a little bit like it. Like this is
Dwarven greed.
It does not feel like the impact we've seen from DB in a lot of the other games where he was winning those early fights. It's like so clunky.
Overgrowth. Killing the Doom.
The hammer
turned massive. The meteor hammer. No, DB, no. Not like this. Oh, dear. See, this is what meteor hammer does to you.
Rots your brain.
It really does. And up against a tough team like Army Geniuses, who have proven that, like, they are one of the best in C right now. They have some serious momentum behind them. Telekinesis. All right, he's going to be tossed into the stomp there and easily wiped out by Mac. Two-man coil. They got the Doom on Pango. And they do manage to get the Doom onto the Pango. And the BKB goes out from In Your Dream. But the Overgrowth really well timed. Controlled both of the BKBs, but they caught the Drow. The Drow Stampede. Okay, she's got her own BKB and will use the Stampede away. Stolen coil placed onto the SF, but AG, they want to pursue for more. They know they've got a moment of weakness here. They got to try and clean up as much as possible. Stolen phase shift will delay the inevitable for Boomy. He will fall. A 1-for-2 exchange. We're back into the game. All right, reminder where. Okay, never mind. Boku has already jumped on Varis. Is there any?
Playing that for 20 minutes.
They really did. Toss back onto CML. That's going to be a quick kill. Jesus, In Your Dream destroyed him with a couple of crits. Nice bushwhack stolen by Boomy. Follow up with the telekinesis and the stomp. In Your Dream is just chain stunned to death, and that's going to be a double kill for Bo3. So back into the game we go. And it's Polaris with a quick win in a team fight, up 4K, 21-11, and they are totally in control of this map. They're going to be taking tier 2s, they're going to be taking outposts, they're really well positioned. Polaris,
because they're going to be smoked on, and you have Shiva's done it. This is his timing where he has a useful item. They got the jump on Pango.
Catch the puck and they blew him up. At the same time, they get the Pango out of the way, so even if he got doomed up, he's not going to be dying. Now the Overgrowth used on the In Your Dream. BKB from Akashi's. He's going to challenge In Your Dream, and this is a matchup that cannot go the SF's way. AG thought they found the initiation, but it all goes wrong. Attempted hammer got him. DB gets him. Doesn't do any damage though. DB definitely thought it was going to do more than it did. And he's going to have to pop the BKB and run away.
I can't believe he didn't just keep you out there, but they might actually get a kill out of this.
They do. CML actually.
In tier 3. I thought they might have just committed there. What is this coil, man?
Coil snap, force staff to the wrong direction. She's getting bushwhacked by the bushwhack. Mac, the toss back in, but Mac can only do so much to stop that one. Just pulled in too deep. A stolen him from Boomy actually does so much damage. The roll AoE. They just destroyed the backline, and now they managed to kill In Your Dream. BKB, no,
one hit
round. He's gonna be okay for a bit. A force staff poke. Can he get sidestep? Swashbuckle misses. Stampede. He'll run him over in the end. DB's last one left alive for AG, but now a buyback from the puck. So Polaris doing. That's right, they have started down the path of being able to get their first series victory, but they just got to be able to get one more game. And it feels like they, you know, it's a game. I think we had some criticisms to throw AG's side, but I really don't think that Polaris did a whole lot wrong. I think they just executed pretty damn well, right, Avery?
Yeah, I don't have any criticism. Pretty clean game. You know, they even DDoSed him at the end, so you got everything.
Perfect execution.
It's all according to Pugna. Is really annoying for Slark.
And it seems to be doing pretty well in lane against Nature's Prophet. 19-1. So DB is kind of crushing it in the CS department.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, just dead like that. DB. What happened there? They get the toss back.
What have we?
The hero's designed to do. That's why I think this hero is very weird. I just think if we're talking about 5 or 6 slotted carries and it's Furion and Slark versus I'd probably take either one.
Side chains, immediate static storm in return is going to be able to catch the Pugna, so a trade out that is going to be pretty damn good. In fact, in your dream, almost put himself in a nasty position there. Did have the infest to be able to get out and reset. The rest of AG are chased away, but nobody should be caught. Made a boo-boo, but Jokum will fix it.
You gotta be careful about these 5-on-5s. And again, if you're DB, he doesn't have 4 staff yet. He doesn't have a VK. Static Storm and Gruel are just gonna destroy you in this item.
Taking the early mid tower with a Slark has gotta feel so good. Just watching him like kind of push the lane in and walk forward boldly into the enemy jungle. The Slark is one of the few heroes that can do that top lane. Gonna be able to catch the Tiny here. Good pick off by Boomy. AG, you know, when they split up in these individual lanes like this, they got to be really careful. There is a lot of pick-off potential on the side of Polaris between the natural, you know, having Slark, but also the glimpse backs that Disruptor's going to be giving you.
Disruptors is really nice. Like every glimpse is basically a kill. Change something off of it. In terms of a lot of damage coming out from this Ember. Gonna try and combine it with Pugna. Find something in this jungle, but it's only going to be clock. Or they don't want the clock. They want Disruptor.
Either way, it's support. And a core kill out of this one.
In fact, he's just dying.
Yeah, he's got a 4-step, but the host shot follows him on the mark. Oh no, the battery assault just ran out. Now, looks like DB is still maybe going to die to the Slark. Yeah, he ends up dying to the Nature's Prophet ultimate at the end of the day, and the Tiny is caught by the Brewmaster ultimate. Avalanche is trying to create a little bit of time, but he is definitely dead. Yeah, the gyrocopter clockwork one is pretty funny when you have the shard on gyrocopter, because being close to him doesn't actually feel that good. What a static storm from Boomy. Let's see if it lasts long enough to get the kill, and the rage goes off. The infest. Oh, he gets inside the siege creep. Man, you know, I kind of wish that did work just because it was such a great reaction from Boomy, but didn't have enough damage.
Furion bounce not big enough, and missed once to the Radiance, so a little bit matters. Tails out.
Go for my master.
Do you think Radiance makes the Lifestealer, like now that the Radiance is been a buffed up item, all these other heroes are building it? Shot into Cogs, didn't actually go for the Cog pushback. Yoei does have enough mana to be able to get away. In fact, he's got In Your Dreams is going to be joining him here. They're just going to get a little bit low. The Infest is going to be able to bail him out just at the right time. Pops out. Now In Your Dreams starts going to work. In from behind, DB blows up CML, and Akashi has to use the BKB to teleport back home. So 2 supports die, and AG on full charging. And they got a nice avalanche toss back. Beautiful read there from Jokum. Perfect timing to make sure the Brewmaster could not escape. Once again, the avalanche initiation. Now he's going to be hot in a static storm. Couldn't really set up his team for a good fight. So perhaps a little bit of an overextension, but they do manage to get the glimpse back here. Gonna go for the kill on the DB, and they've got him with the Brew ultimate. Yoe actually jumped into the Remnant, did manage to get the kill on the Disruptor, but he's gonna be caught by the Brew ultimate. Does he have? He doesn't have any more Remnants, and caught by the Pounce. He's dead. Polaris now have an opportunity to check out Roshan as they watch the lights of their TP back home. Nobody's home.
And it's half HP. Thanks for your work. We appreciate your contribution to the cause. Make a donation anytime.
Seeing an Aegis over. Nice rocket there from CML.
You should do if you group up like this, because you are getting punished on the map. So you don't want to be just 5-manning and not getting anything out of it while they set up on you. What the? Keep in mind this Aegis.
Trying to parry word.
Back up.
Yeah, with the Brew ultimate, once again, they feel confident about taking these fights. Mac wants to hold on to the Aegis, so he actually pounces away from In Your Dream, does a hefty amount of damage, and he's clearing through these Brewlings. Bo3's got to be careful of that one. Look shot, Cogs push back, decent amount of Chain Stun, now with the Sprout down. The Static Storm, that is beautiful. That amount of heal from DD is going to do little to nothing to be able to stall that life out. Finally, the Aegis falls, but DB stuck in a nasty situation, drops the board, and the Cogs push back just in time. Fortunately, the Gyrocopter will manage to get away just before the vision is granted from Kashi, and Yoe also managed to get away. And that
He really wants this MKB to pierce the evasion. They can couple that with the nullifier that Akashi did finish. Then they start to have the damage piercing lockdown. They combo up and take a big core down. And I think if they manage to kill a big core, then the fight gets broken. They have to get that first one. It's going to be tough. Look at the utility out here. It's hard to hit people.
Zach is trying real hard to be able to get this pick. This Gyrocopter has been super annoying. Forcep actually gets him down to the low ground, and Varis is still alive. Thanks to Glimmer, they do manage to kill DB though, so Boke and CML do a good job of that. Double chains, that is going to be rough. I don't think they have a way out of this one. Cogs just locks them in together, and Bocarino can't go anywhere. It's like, why'd you do this to me?
Brother. Brother, why?
You could have given up your life and ran into the enemy and cogged them. Instead, you trapped him, which you said he probably won't get it this game.
That would have been another tool for sure, though. I mean, look at Yahweh.
He wants the dieback. Well, Booby, I guess he won't have a buyback. Not a dieback.
That's one way to kill a hero.
He only throws everything he has to be able to kill him. And probably going to go for a TP back fountain real quick. Poke actually going to be tossed back and pushed back by Jokum as he used the Havoc Hammer. Gives it a little bit of extra distance. They're going to use the Sprout to try and buy Bocarino a little bit of time here, but Forstaff through. Okay, they want to reset, especially while the Ember Spirit is still healing up. Spirit's back into play though.
Let's get
right behind him. Does get off his ultimate, and they're trying to target Jokum right now, who does have the heal coming out from the Pugna, and the Brewlings are getting eviscerated pretty quickly. Looks like they do manage to get him out. Oh, they got him inside the Sprout. Now they managed to get him with the Nullifier as well. The Decrepify helps him, and he managed to jump away and do his Remnant just in time. Akashi with his BKB still wants to fight, but he's got to be careful of In Your Dream. Hold up, he's got a lot of stacks on Mac, and his attack speed was really putting the pain on In Your Dream there for a second. Got a couple of bashes in, and kept up the threat. In Your Dream and the rest of AG actually had to reset, despite nobody dying. Still have to back away from the Dire base. And whenever you do that against that Disruptor, probably means you're picking up a kill somewhere.
You're giving a lot of stacks to the Slark if these fights go really long. He has Penta-Edge Sword too. There's an extra damage and attack range. 33 stacks on Mac right now. He's one creep off level 25 as well, which is a huge talent for this hero. Starting to feel some of that late game man fight from this Polaris lineup. You get trapped and feed away this Ember once, this game could look very different. You have a buyback now on Akashi. He did not have this for the earlier fights, but he has it now, so this Furion can come back.
Middle tower could use some help.
Maybe that's also a turning point here. An MKB done for Mac. These are huge items finished for Polaris. Can they use them though?
Once again, the Sprout kind of awkward. Mac does have his ultimate though. Best to get him out of the Sprout. Goes back in. Boomy targeted once again. Yoe. He had the double damage and he knows his target every single time. He's going to go for the Disruptor.
Rolled in 3.
2, 1. Oh, gets smashed. An opportunity missile. Now it's causing tossed up in the air and denied. He is not going to be able to get off that ultimate. Mac just has to rush on out of here, but now no BKB, no ultimate. One more pounce charge, but that's only going to take you so far, especially against Yoei. And a scythe, actually. DB catches him, toss over. Mac, another pounce up in a second. It's just not going to be good enough. The Slark gets caught. No buyback there. And RBG is...
Where's your gold?
Mighty rune of haste.
Fought too many clams and ate them all.
Akashi
eats right.
Oh, Akashi was not paying attention at all to his hero. That is rough. Uses BKB, which makes his death that much worse. He wasn't looking at his heroes. I think he was looking at bottom lane with CML, was hoping to make a go on Varys, but because he was looking at that, DB just found a free initiation, and both Yokum and Yoei managed to combo off of it.
Probably just the game off this push, I think, because you don't have the Slark buy. You can use the Furion one here, but he uses BKB. I don't think he can take the fight. And this lifesteal looked pretty damn good this game. I gotta admit, he caused them a lot of problems in these fights. Just felt untouchable.
Looks like Dire fortified their structures.
Maybe the Radiance breathes some new life into this year.
This is spring.
It's definitely a lot better. Like, you get this Radiance and Halberd pretty early, and it allows you to take early fights versus these carries where they don't have the ability to itemize back at that point in the game. They got a lot of value out of it.
Chop. He went for that play, but he really got his rage out, and that does nothing. An ag static storm that really did not catch the mark they wanted to, I guess. Akashi gets tossed back into his death. Mac is going to come back into play soon, but most of his team is dead, and all of his buildings are gone. GG is going to be called by Polaris. We are going to a game 3. Last pick here, and I quickly did a little bit of Google foo. Found Akashi's Dota buff profile. He's played 4 games of Arc Warden. They've been picking up recently, but this is by far the strongest team that they've ever tried to play Arc Warden against. So it is, it's a little sus, dare I say, Avery?
The final boss. When you bring out the final big guns, you know. I like that Arc pitch. I don't like to have anything for him. The hell is you can go so many weird builds with this hero too. Like, I think this Ags build is still viable, maybe not as good as it used to be, but even just double Gleipnir in this game looks absolutely disgusting until you have PKBs.
DB
Run through all the garbage to get to the trash man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, okay.
And I think for 4 melee heroes that are trying to gap close, sure, you can buy the items that let you be a gap closer. And as in your dream gets first blood, nice start for him.
My claws are red with the
It's only as good as you can use those in the fight and get on top of them. And I think if Polaris are set up in a way where you have Brood with Spiderlings going out, you have this DP frontlining, then this Arc Warden drops a bunch of Wraiths, you kind of have to find a way to blink through that, right? And I think in the mid-late game, the only way that's happening is off smoke. So that's where the problem, I think, exists. There's no natural, like... The other thing you can do with Arc is you can just have Sustain. Sustain is generally pretty good versus hero. Like, Juggernaut used to be good.
Good play here between Army Geniuses in this bottom lane. They're going to be able to get that kill. DB actually popping the stick and charging forward at Akashi. Earlier, Yokum should have died, but DB actually saved him. Now Yokum will finally die. He gets the toss back. That's going to be a close call, though, because DB doesn't have that much health either. Goes for the finishing blow and does
still getting punished. A feeding frenzy.
Try again, this time with a level 6. CML does manage to catch Yoei, but the bolt's going to be able to come in, hit to the 2 of them, and it looks like they're going to get bursted. CML dies first. Looks like they also go for a kill in top lane. Bo3 hiding in the trees and getting away from In Your Dream ever so barely. Almost traded his life for a support. That would have been terrible.
lot of support that's early on in his lane phase. It's going to boost levels up for a lot of these heroes. Part of the Yogam's already 6.5 on his tank. He is absolutely massive in terms of levels. He's out leveling the Arc Warden. And once more, Mac just exiling mid because Yahweh just got destroyed through Arc. This matchup bad, you know. But
Marius is holding his breath right now because as soon as he's spotted by one of these fighters, he's dead. Maybe he can actually help his team here as the Avalanche and stolen Avalanche once again from Boomy doing a lot of work, but now he's going to be caught by the OG. The original
Max
Avalanche
here.
gets the kill.
Big Mac
is the big baddest hero in the game right now, and he's going to be running down one kill on Crystal Maiden, maybe a second one. They're going to turn around and do some damage to Max, see if they can pull him back into the boat, but man, this Ursa cannot do nearly enough, not with double Spirit Siphons running, and now Yoa's going to be pulled back into his doom as well. Mac attack comes back again and gets the triple kill.
damn. Bring 4 heroes to gank my brood once. Shame on me.
Used here to claim at
Just go in
least
the pit.
one life right outside the Roshan pit. Just like you're saying, Polaris will make it happen.
This is the fight where if you're AG, you're not sitting around. Hey guys, we can't give up this Roshan. Ursa needs it, and then you got a hammer and unfinished BKB on Kutka to go fight it. It's just not happening. He just forgot profit. Big jelly, you know.
Anyway, caught again. And he has a BKB, won't even be able to put it to use. Got caught too quickly by CML and that ounce of the rebound. The rest of his team is, you know, aggressively pushing in lanes and farming, so it may actually be like somewhat efficient, except for the fact that Mac can pull those down towers with exorcism.
That said, Bach has not been. He hasn't been sending these spiders all over like we see some broods do.
Clear
Not
sailing.
too much so far. They're gonna find the toss back.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Ursa in deep here. In your dreams, gonna have to use the BKB to try and get out. Still being chased by Mac. DB darts to turn around. They've got the Doom on her and pulling it away with the tidal wave. That's kind of awkward. In your dreams, gonna deal with the Marcy first, and it looks like DB can handle the Death Prophet. She's already dead. Once again, the tidal wave. Yo way doing so much with so little. The man with the smallest net worth is having the biggest impact with this big old tidal wave.
He's destroying him. Arcane Rune definitely helps there, but that's just a high ground ward fight based off a toss back. If you're looking for Arc, you're not going to find him, but you get all 4 into Roshan spawn. Can't have asked for anything better here if you're AP. And once again, they just don't have the Ursa answer. It's too tanky. They don't have the physical burst. Akashi is not head-on joining these fights. That is still the big question mark. When does this Arc Warden make his team fight impact though? Because we've seen him affect the map, we've seen him find the pickoffs, but the head-on fights, he hasn't been there. It's hurting his team. There's no BKB on Ursa. There's no jump.
Yeah, he tries to glide near, tries to disrupt it a little bit.
Low network, I mean, it doesn't matter. He can just provide the utility. Now he's catching up.
He absolutely is, and now AG a bit more confidence when it comes to taking fights. Nice recast Yule Scepter, that was beautiful. Boomy with a really great reaction there, completely spoils In Your Dreams initiation, and now they're going to be able to chase, catch the 2 supports. AG are going to lose 2.
I mean, just look at how different even a small skirmish like that is when In Your Dream can't just jump a core and start smacking. Single precast Yules to buy some space. Very small things like this. I still just think, in theory, you have an exploitable win. You don't have an aura, you don't have
Oh, the Torrent spotted him. Bocarino's going to be pulled back by the axe, but it looks like In Your Dream wants a different target in mind. He's going to go straight for CML, trying to finish him off. He does manage to get it. Meanwhile, the Doom committed, and they finish off the Death Prophet. Mac is slowed down. Bocarino still getting caught after being saved by CML. Oh, it just gets worse and worse for Polaris in this fight.
You're not winning a fight if you don't get these siphons off, or at least take down one of the crap ton.
Yeah, there's no copyright on these things.
Doesn't own any of it.
I'm sure Valve likes you more. So.
I'll just tell him it was me originally anyway.
Lightning on 3. Oh, got him again. Boy, Yokum has got some long arms and he just doesn't miss. CML's going to give up his life to get Bo3 out of there once again. Now they're going to go back in with Gleipnir, baby. Or maybe pulled back in by the tidal wave. They do have the exorcism out, so AG does want to reset and get out of here, but the Gleipnirs are holding him in place time and time again. Another attempt at a toss. Nope, Yokum ain't quite latch it. Yoey though. The tidal wave almost gets him over the cliff there. But who really wants to take this fight? AG's running away half the time, and now they're going to turn back on here. Sees the opportunity to kill CML and almost deals with the double again. Carino is too far forward. He gets caught by the XTB, thinking about Doom. He doesn't need to use it on the Broodmother because the Broodmother should be dead. Tidal waves back into play again. The Heaven Talbot doing some work. Toss and X at the same time. Pull back over. That's not what you wanted. Was that a Boomy Hex?
No.
Was, but it looks like Boomy's now going to be the one gone out by In Your Dream, who doesn't have the BKB, but he does have the Enrage to be able to clear this out. Mac is fighting for his life right now and trying to finish up this Kunkka. The toss over to the side, a little bit more. Yoey gets out ever so barely. The Spark Ray chasing after him is going to chase. Yoey, oh no, he didn't TP away, but it wasn't good enough. Now Mac is in some trouble, but the Scythe is going to be able to control the Ursa. Ursa kited once, Gleipnir on the other two to make sure that Mac can get away. The Arc Warden play is
Ags on the Roche too.
Here they come.
Huge amount of net worth here.
Level 25 Doom is on its way. He's got his ultimate off cooldown. They're not going to be able to get there in time, but they might still take the fight. They go up to the high ground. They find the real Arc Warden. They're going to be able to burn him down nice and quick. The real one down with no buyback too. Mac took the Aegis as well as the rest of the tools. Needs to get out of here. Oh, and Bocarito got stopped by the Yule Scepter too. So they get a good amount out of that. They may have given up Bloodshot, but it may have been worth the trade-off with Armor and Dead for 80 seconds.
Goddamn hammered him on the head. Quality. 3-minute hammer.
And Tempest double immediately dies.
Really? Bots 2 on him.
Okay. See if they can change on him. I'm not sure if they have it up though. DB is going to be able to respond back. Doesn't have the Doom quite yet. Tempest double. Now the Sentinel is going to come out and he's just going to be able to control up the Doom. He actually used the Doom on the Rubik. DB still up. BKB. He's trying to get away now. Akashi really needs to finish him off and they finally get it. But now he needs to get out. Get out. Oh no. The buyback. TP it on the creeps. DB with the counter. He says you can kill me once, but you can't have it. She said.
Your target. Don't blame them.
Yeah.
You get the Ags.
That won't run away.
Aiden or Tiny. One of you is getting an upgrade.
I'm gonna say Tiny. I mean, really, is that Ags any good if you don't have the damage to back it up? Oh, Yoey's gonna take it. He's I'm gonna sell my Aghanim Scepter. Thank you very much.
I think he wants the item slot. Because he doesn't have buy anyway. But
CML actually turns into a 4th core. We can have a late game Marcy.
I don't think CML's turning into anything. Struggling 16
Oh, there he goes. Todd's back. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
There's your 4th core. He has no buy, so it's 4v5 here for AG.
Yep.
Play for another toss back. They're looking for anything they can get.
Trying to stop Yoey, but he's has the X on him, so he's good. Tier 3 eventually does fall. Yokum, who has the Aegis, is willing to bait something out because he's got that extra life. He X back now with the X. Yeah.
He's got A on his backpack too with that. He's got a lot to look for.
Who wants to go on the suicide mission to bring back resources for the clan?
In Your Dream is on the real Arc.
No! Akashi caught and killed. That's a dieback, and that is just straight up the game.
Line blinked?
Fuck.
You knew.
Kinda.
Fact check this man.
That's
in all the ways
normally. Just the ultimate tossback tidal wave play once again. The AoE Doom is going to make sure the Death Prophet dies, and bye-bye. That is it. Polaris, they put up a good game 1 fight. They even started off this game 3 looking okay, but ultimately our teams just proved it once in the lower division. They're going to prove it again here. They are the better team moving